A couple, after a rather successful first date, are heading back to the guy's apartment. As the guy reaches for his keys, the girl says, "Oh, this part usually tells me how a guy is in bed. If a guy fumbles around trying to get the key into the lock, it means he hasn't had much experience and has no idea what he's doing. But if the guy just jams the key in, it means he's very forceful and demanding, and that's no good either. Now let's see how you do." "Alright then," says the guy with a smirk on his face. He then proceeds to lick the lock. A blonde wife walks into her living room and finds her husband desperately looking for something. He's moving furniture, checking in vents, and simply looking in every nook and cranny of the living room. Perplexed, the wife asks him what he is searching for. "Hidden cameras," the husband replies. "Why?" The wife is totally boggled. "Because the man on the TV knows what I'm doing. Every 5 minutes he says, 'You're watching the Weather Channel?'" A farmer hears a knock on his door. It's a man in his mid-30s who looks like he's been traveling a while. The man asks if he could earn a meal and a place to stay for the night. "Do you have any skills?" the farmer asks. "Well, I do have a rare gift. I can communicate with animals." "Sure you can," the farmer says. "But I like your style. I'll put you to work." So the man does a few chores around the farm and earns his meal. At dinner, he says to the farmer, "I know you don't believe me, but I actually do communicate with animals. I can prove it. I spoke to the hens, and they said you were there every morning before dawn to collect their eggs, and you've been doing so every day for years since your wife passed." The farmer says, "Wow, that's exactly right." The man continues, "I spoke to your cow, and she said you faithfully milked her every day before dawn, and you've been doing so every day for years since your wife passed." The farmer says, "I'm amazed." "That's true," the man says, "and I spoke to your sheep." "That sheep is a liar." Paddy rings his new girlfriend's doorbell, with a big bunch of flowers. She opens the door, sees the flowers, and drags him in. She lies back on the couch, pulls her skirt up, rips her knickers off and says this is for the flowers. "Don't be silly," says Paddy, "you must have a vase somewhere."